Hi everybody, I'm Sally. I have been working as a radiographer in Australia for the last 8 years, and I have received a lot of questions from you guys asking me about working or studying radiography in Australia. So I used to try my very best to answer all the questions I get on Facebook or YouTube, but now I got a 2-month-old newborn who wants me 24/7. I don't even have time for myself, let alone to answer everything on the internet. So today I want to talk about what kind of messages I stop answering to and what you can do so that you can get a response from me. So hopefully I can give you guys some good tips so that if you want to ask strangers on the internet for help or email a hospital manager asking about a job, you got a better chance of getting a response. So there are 2 types of messages that I don't answer to anymore. Number 1, messages that are full of spelling or grammatical mistakes. I know what it's like to speak English as a second language. I still struggle with it sometimes. But when I see messages that are full of misspelled words or shortened words or just grammatically confusing, instead of spending the next 5 minutes trying to figure out what you are trying to ask, I just skip it altogether. And it's also about being professional and respectful of my time. If you can't take an extra 5 minutes to check your spelling and your grammar, then why should I spend 5 minutes doing my very best to answer your questions? And the second type of messages that I don't answer to are messages that make me feel like I'm a Google search engine. What I mean by that is when I get questions like, how do I find a job in Australia, or which university offer radiography course in Australia? These are questions that you can literally type on Google and you will get all the answers you need. So when I see questions like that that require me to do the research for you, I just skip them. Now let's talk about what kind of questions that get my attention and that I'm more than happy to spend 10 minutes answering them. So tip number 1, be direct. Sometimes I can get frustrated when I get a 1-sentence message like, "Hi, how are you? Can I ask you a question?" Just ask the question. I don't have time to go back and forth with the messages. So if you want to ask me anything, just ask them. Tip number 2, give me all the useful information. So when you just ask me, "Hi, can I find a job in Australia?" I don't know anything about you. I don't know where you are from. I don't know what you have studied before. I don't know how many years of experience or what kind of work expertise you have. So I can't just say yes or no if you can find a job here in Australia. So tell me more about yourself. Tell me where are you from, what kind of degree you have. Give me everything that I need to know so that I can give you a better response. Tip number 3, show me that you have done your research. So for example, if you have watched my videos, then tell me what you've learned from that video that you would like to know more, what kind of advice you'd like me to give you. Or say you want to know how to choose a radiography course in all these universities, then you need to do your research first. Have a look at each course structures and do the analysis yourself first. And then say you've done your analysis, you give me what you think and ask me what my opinion is. Because in that case, then I know you have the basic knowledge about what radiography course is like in Australia. Then I can give you, helpful and useful advice of which course to choose. It is very hard and time consuming for me to sit down with you and explain every single detail with you. And again, I have a baby. I don't have time for that. And at the end of the day, I love hearing from you guys and I love answering interesting questions. So do your research first, send me the questions, and if I don't have a crying baby in my arms, I will find my time to answer them. So in the next videos, I'm just going to answer all the typical questions that I get from you guys. For example, like the APRA exam, how to find a job in Australia. So anyway, take care and I'll see you next time.